G'day guys, we had some dreadful news just recently that our great mate Colin Snogga Snowden has passed away. I've scratched out a few words, although I'm not a poet. I hope it can bring a small smile to your face. Jesus had a problem which was escalating fast. Even God was getting restless, giving all he saw a blast. His mood was foul and awful, like a bread without its leaven, because Jesus made a wager on the game they play in heaven. They'd beaten hell 10,000 times and were looking for competition, so Jesus sent a challenge to other gods without permission. The Greeks were first to respond with a letter signed by Ares. The god of war said, "No way," and Jesus knew that they were fairies. Buddha had a group of monks who were fast and fit and mean. He had a problem though. He couldn't field a full 15. "We're honest men. It could be fun. Can I send a team of 7? Jesus wrote, and I quote, "Piss off, Buddha, this is heaven." The Hindu god, Brahma, wrote, "Can we play you in a game of cricket?" "No thanks, mate. If it's all the same, we don't trust you with your wicket." A Seppo arrived with a suit and tie, and all he did was talk and shout. But in the end, the message was that the Mormon team was out. And then one day, a letter came, which got all the angels screaming. "We'll take you on," Thor's letter read, and Jesus started beaming. "We'll play you Christians at your game. Will you bet, or are you yeller?" And without permission, Jesus wagered heaven for all Valhalla. Well, Jesus nearly shat himself when he went and told his dad, and God was rightly furious for betting all they had. "We're undefeated in 100 years, Jesus attempted to defuse. "Christ Almighty," God bellowed back, "this is a bet we mustn't lose." "Get me the list," God shouted. "I want names in their position." And Jesus hurried to St. Peter with this holy requisition. "I'm not happy with the hooker," God uttered with disdain, as he looked upon the rugby team that bore our heaven's name. "I need to call on someone. Kearns or Fitzpatrick I'll consider." And then an angel said, "We have a man that's tougher and even fitter. I've watched him play. He's the hardest man you've ever put on earth. A family man, a fireman who'll fight for heaven's worth. And if you have to call him, listen I beseech, he'll win your game in the boat race too, or I'm not Malcolm Leach." "Tell me, Mal, who is this man that can flog the son of Odin?" "He's an honest man whose heart is true, and his name is Colin Snowden." In the clubhouse it was chaos for the Heaven First 15 as the Valkyries fell silent because Thor had lost his dream. The Vikings were beaten soundly and now had to pay their bill. Heaven's hooker was the difference. They beat them 50-0. Jesus gave back Valhalla to a mighty Viking cheer. They settled on a lesser prize of 50 cartons of beer. And God was finally happy that Jesus had been meek, but secretly, Christ arranged a game again next week. And every time I hear thunder now and see the raindrops fall, I hear Snogga packing down or running with the ball, smashing his body into the ruck from 20 metres back, a laughing smile across his face in heaven's famous pack. Hammering Thor with all he's got for the glory of heaven's name. But here on earth, we miss you, mate. It'll never be the same. These words are written to make some sense of the ending of a season, of rugby's greatest hooker, before time and without reason. I hope in the halls of heaven, the greatest chariot anyone rode on is reserved for jersey number 2, which across the back says Snowden. Rest in peace, Snogga. We miss you already, mate.